the fraction master himself. He's dusted off all of his high school and college mathematics for this show. He's bringing you the numbers. He's bringing you the stories, the events. I believe he was in San Francisco this weekend and saw some Giants baseball. Say hello to Chooch, everybody. Big bro Chad.
What is going on out there in this fantastic world, dude? Fraction master, dude. All the numbers, dude. Yes, you know me well. I mean, if my brother doesn't know that I'm a fraction master, then how the hell are we going to continue? Yes, dude. I've been going parabolic, dude, as you can see, dude, with, the BTC, baby. So I had to throw that out there, man. Yes, I was in San Francisco this weekend, dude. Yes, I saw the Giants take care of the Astros when they hit 5 home runs on Saturday. And, that's about the fraction I got, dude. I saw 5 home runs by the Giants, 3 by the Astros. It was like me and you were pitching out there, dude.
Oh, come on. We'd have kept a few more in the park than that. You still got that sinker dusted off from years ago? That thing was one impressive pitch. Chad did have, maybe still has a signature sinker, but it might top out at 81.
Yeah, now it's an 81. Before it would go 87, 88, and I'd be all right with that, dude. Don't forget about the wipeout slider, dude. My 2-strike pitch, dude.
Definitely. Yep, low and away for the righties, down and in for the lefties. Yes. Slicing and dicing them, man. I got to say, when I was at the peak of my pitching powers, I was always a 4-seam high guy, and then I liked the 12-6 curveball. My shoulder didn't over the years, it would turn out. But that was my haymaker, my hammer. I wish I would have worked on a changeup a little more. I've talked to producer Bruce about this before. I got extra medium-sized hands, and I don't have the double-jointed abilities of Pedro Martinez, if you've ever seen that. I wish I had big old Bruce paws to put my hand on a changeup because you get that changeup grip in there, especially a circle change was so popular when I was in high school, college. That's the pitch where you could use the big mitts. So you saw in San Francisco a Giants win. You said it was Saturday because I wanted to bring attention to what happened Sunday. They're calling him, and I knew Giants fans would appreciate this man's talent and his abilities. They're calling him Chris Giant already. Chris Giant.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I saw a Chris Giant freshly minted Jersey Connect or City Connect jersey, dude, on Saturday, even before he arrived. The guy was wearing it in front of me. I'm like, dude, he goes, dude, I just had it made. I'm like, yeah, they're going to love this guy. Yep. He's going to, you listen to already his interviews and how welcoming, the Giants, man. They do family more than anyone else to their detriment. Sometimes they hold on to guys too long, but they will sign this guy longer. He's a great fit for their team, dude. What they need to do. They actually have a little bit of a bopper in the lineup now, which really evens out their lineup with the Floreses, the Solanos, all these guys. So I mean, it's a great fit for them, dude. And they didn't give up a whole lot. They gave up Alexander Canario, dude, which is I've been watching him from the Dominican. He's fantastic, but he's a few years away, dude. And so it was a good vibe at the park, dude. It was cool. You know what's interesting? We need to talk about this. The park was not very full, and I watched the highlights yesterday, Saturday, Sunday, first place Astros in town. Not very full again, dude. What do you think's up with that?
I notice sometimes things around town similar. Downtown Clayton, any towns in the Bay Area really, but the restaurant scene gets a little bit slower on a Friday, Saturday night than you might think, and that to me is reflective of, here's just my shot in the dark, I believe with kids going back to school, yes, it's August, with kids going back to school in the coming weeks, I think a lot of families are getting those out-of-town vacations in. I think they're squeezing in the last of their summer, whether it's an RV trip to the mountains or that Disneyland trip that everyone's been craving, a little bit of funnel cake coming at you, Six Flags, those type of things. I believe more weekends get dedicated to those type of endeavors as the summer concludes. Look for the park to be packed going through the rest of the summer into the fall. The Giants, folks, still number 1 in your standings and number 1 in a lot of power rankings that are being put out right now. So the Giants might not have the best roster on paper, although Chris Bryant hitting number 2 in front of Yaz and Posey, that's a pretty good 2, 3, 4.
Big time.
Right, left, right. And let me just say, Chris Bryant, the former #2 overall pick. I know he's a Nevada boy. He and Bryce Harper shared some Little League memories together, some teams. That would have been a stacked team right there. Chris Bryant, multi-position versatility, an MVP. He won the MVP in 2017, I want to say. World Series champion. He's responsible for the last out that ended the Cubs' 100-plus year misery. But third base, first base, outfield. He fills so many spots where the Giants were a little thin because of injuries. Evan Longoria, Brandon Belt, hello. He can play, I think he has 3 gloves in his bag, and he can play up to 5 positions, and he plays them well.
But I think he could play every position if he wanted to, except catching and pitching. That's it.
He is about as blue chip as they come in terms of a career of a prospect, becoming an all-star, perennial all-star. To see him and Buster Posey in the lineup, talk about two All-American boys. I mean, come on.
Dude, he's a perfect Giant, dude. He is. He's what the Giants want. He's All-American. He's Americana. He's happy. He smiles all the time, dude. And that's what the Giants like, dude. That's what the Giants like. And so they're gonna dig on him, man. Isn't it interesting, man, how him, Rizzo, and Baez go to their new teams and hit bombs, dude, in their first games. I mean, that's just crazy to me, dude.
So we gotta talk about this. I believe this was the most wild and action-packed trade deadline we've seen in MLB.
Period.
They hit headliners, they hit top players, prospects were given up with reckless abandon. We'll see all the trickle-down economics of these deals down the road. But I'm just gonna start throwing. We're gonna call it old face, new place. I'm just going to throw out a whole bunch of players that got moved over the weekend. And you just let me know, catch a fiber, talk about whether it's your favorite fit or he looks awesome in his jersey or you're intrigued at what's to come with the new team. But let's just start going with the names because they're all over the place. You got Nelly Cruz on the Tampa Bay Rays. You got Starling Marte on the A's. You got Kyle Schwarber going to Boston, and they're going to be in a pennant chase for sure. Chris Bryant and the Giants. Javi Baez and the Mets. Anthony Rizzo and the Yankees, Jose Barrios and the Blue Jays, Max Scherzer and Trey Turner and the Dodgers.
Man, that's rough.
Listen to the names I just rattled off. That's a starting all-star team right there, and almost every position covered.
Yes, no kidding.
So, what jumps out at you? What gives you the most excitement?
I mean, straight out, dude, would be Javi Baez to the Mets. And the reason I say this is because you put him with Lindor and the excitement that he brings to the Big Apple, dude, for excitement-wise and for interest, to me, I'm watching that a lot. Rizzo to the Yanks, dude, really changes their lineup and also their freaking position, where they can play guys. Get DJ LeMahieu off first. Put him a second. Get Torres somewhere else, dude. They didn't get a shortstop, which they needed. But Rizzo to the Yanks, dude, makes a lot of sense. We already talked about Bryant, but Baez to me is a big one, dude. I am not, and this is not because that I go to Giants games. I'm an objectionable fan, dude. This is not because, but I don't see Scherzer being as big a deal as Trey Turner is for the Dodgers.
Thank you, because that blew my mind a bit. Trey Turner is not in a walk year. He's under contract for 2 more.
Yeah.
This year and next. I thought the Nationals were going to use Trey Turner as a franchise cornerstone. He's one of the elite MLB players, packing the stat box. He's got elite speed. He's been a heck of a player this year, finding a little more pop, getting to the point. I thought it was just going to be Soto and Turner at the least moving forward for the Nationals. What the heck was that about?
Well, you notice that's exactly, but you notice what's happened to the Nationals, dude. See, they got kind of snake bit. They're kind of like, because they signed, after they won the World Series, they signed Strasburg to that ridiculous deal that he's never going to live up to, right? And he hasn't done anything in 2-3 years, and they're paying him. So now you got Soto under control, right? They're starting to save money. They let Rendon go. Okay, they're not going to pay him. They let Scherzer go now. They're not going to pay him. And so they said, you know what? Let's retool a little bit. And Turner, you want Turner? Give us your 3 best prospects or close to. And the Dodgers paid it, man. The Dodgers paid the piper, baby. They freaking stepped up and said, we're going after the Giants. This is going to be a great race, dude.
It's going to be a great race. Because at the surface, the Giants are the top team. They're #1 in the standings. They play good team ball. I've said it on the show repeatedly. You look at teams like the Padres And the Dodgers, though, and most people would agree, probably a more talented roster, especially after the Dodgers upgrades. The Dodgers trade, by the way, brings their payroll for the 2021 season to $290 million. We are flirting with $300 million. I've said this for half of my life. Baseball missed the boat. They could have put a salary cap in place. If they were ever going to do it, it would have been 20 years ago when A-Rod signed that first $250 million contract. Okay? They missed it. You have fledgling market teams, tiny market teams. I guess the Twins are a smaller market. The Royals are always stuck in perpetuity,
A's.
Oakland. I mean, I have dreams that I wake up. I know they're not real, but I imagine what would Billy Beane do with $200 million. So, anyways, part of his charm is what he's done with $80 million or less. I don't know what the A's payroll's at right now. I would figure it's not
$80 million or less.
$80 million or less. Okay, and their highest priced player is Trevor Rosenthal, who's pitched all of 0 innings this year. So two different lives.
We don't need to go down the A's train again, dude. We've been down it. The tracks are rusty. Let's keep going, dude.
I got a list here. I sent it to you, Chad. It blows me away because with the Cubs and the Nationals fire sale, and yes, it was a fire sale. It's interesting to me because the Nationals 2 years ago were World Series champions. Yes, they let Rendon walk. Scherzer was probably always going to be dangled this year in a walk year. When Strasburg went down for the season, seems to when they opened up the door. Here's your garage sale. Here's your fire sale. That's the Nationals, your 2019 World Series champions. The Chicago Cubs, with a core of players like Javi Baez, Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant. They will not soon be forgotten in Chicago. They'll be hailed as heroes for a very long time. But they were the 2016 World Series champs. Yeah. So these two teams played a baseball game on Friday. Perfect timing, because
after they gutted their rosters,
winners of two of the last 5 World Series. The Cubs and Nationals played a game on Friday night. Before the game, these are the players that were traded: Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, Craig Kimbrell, Jock Peterson, Andrew Chafin, Ryan Tepera, Jake Marisnick, Trevor Williams, Max Scherzer, Trey Turner, Brad Hand, Kyle Schwarber, John Lester, Daniel Hudson, Josh Harrison, Yan Gomes.
Wow. Man, dude, that's a gut. That's like I caught my limit early in the morning at the lake, and I gutted fish for the rest of the day. That was not that I'm a fisherman, but I don't know why that came up. But the point is that's a AAA game, dude. After the deadline, we talked about it, man, a little bit on it. I'm like, dude, this is AAA roster time, dude.
Well, apparently there was a promotion going on in Washington that night. If you were one of the first 18 fans to the game, you got a spot in the starting lineup.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude. God, I wish I would have ran to D.C. Get me some ABs in an MLB game, dude. Come on.
Juan Soto has got to be looking around like that famous Will Smith gif from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he's looking around his house after furniture's been moved out and nobody's there, and it's like, what's going on here? Man. So hopefully the Nationals don't. Hopefully the prospects they got turn them into a contender again soon, because Juan Soto is a heck of a player to leave as the last of your.
Hey, man,
guys.
There's always teams that go through this, dude. You have to have the market forces you to have turnover, dude. Okay? Everyone, dude, think about it, man. 30 teams every year, one winner, bro. One out of 30. So there's always going to be constant people. That's what makes sports great, dude. You're always thriving for something that is so far away, so hard to get. And so we find the teams that go through cycles on if they want to give up, like the Dodgers have, like the Giants have, like the Padres have. Padres, God, man, the last couple of years, they came out of nowhere and started spending some dough, but I still don't think they have enough pitching. What do you think?
No, it's kind of crazy to think they might not have enough pitching, because in the last 18 months or so, maybe even 12, they brought in Mike Clevenger, who's injured.
Yep.
He's out for this season. Musgrove threw a no-hitter earlier this year.
Yeah,
Darvish.
Dude, I haven't heard his name in a while. What's going on with him?
He's kind of just cruising altitude, just solid, not spectacular. And he was never supposed to be spectacular. But when
people are making too much of him.
When he came in and threw the no-hitter, that was kind of like, oh.
I'm like, okay, that's all right.
But, no-hitters have been thrown by B- pitchers before. So, especially in today's age. They also brought in Darvish. They brought in Blake Snell. I mean, it's kind of a shock to be like, wait, they are having trouble pitching? Yes, they are. They are. There's a lot of 8-7 ball games at Petco Park this year.
Yeah, dude. They're Snow is probably one of the biggest disappointments, dude, this year. Most definitely, man. I hope he gets back on track, but I don't see it this year, man. It's hard to make adjustments that fast in that big of adjustment needed, dude, in the middle of a season. Darvish has not shown to me that he's a big game pitcher. And so that's going to be on the road. That's going to be, in the cards, man. We're going to see. It's going to be fun to watch, man. It is really. And remember, dude, if you want to switch over to the AL, man, wow, dude, you got Tampa Bay just swept the Red Sox, bro. Swept them and just said, hey, don't forget about us. Mm-hmm. We in first, and no one talks about us, man. Yeah.
Yep. American League is home of 5 of the top 6 scoring teams in baseball, which isn't too shocking when you consider the DH and just American League style baseball, if that's still a thing, versus National League. But the Dodgers are the only team from the National League in the top 6 of scoring. We know come October, typically pitching dictates the games. Can you get those clutch hits? Can you take out the other team's ace by the 5th inning? Yeah. That sort of thing. I wanted to say that the A's are one of those top scoring teams. They are not. Forgive me. It is Houston, Chicago, Toronto, and Boston.
Toronto, dude. I mean, look at that division, dude. The Sox. Think about who the Sox are getting back. Schwarber's coming off, right? They just picked up. And Chris Sale. It's like you traded for Chris Sale in the middle of the year. A healthy Chris Sale is going to be a huge thing for the Sox. The Yankees loaded up. I don't know if they have the pitching. I really doubt that they have the pitching to get through. But then you have Toronto picked up Berrios, dude. I mean, they're going for it, dude. That's 4 teams just going at it, dude. I love it.
Yes, that's going to be it. Between the NL West and the AL East, that's definitely a stockpile of 6 to 7 quality teams. And it will be interesting to watch the rest of the way out. I got to talk real quick about our Oakland Athletics. Chooch, a couple things I saw over the weekend. Mm-hmm. They were playing the Angels following the trade deadline and actually shut them out, I want to say Thursday night, and then again on Friday, leading to a stretch of innings on Saturday. Basically, here's the stat. The A's had the Angels' number apparently, and knew how to miss their bats because the Angels scored 1 run in 40 consecutive innings against Oakland, dating back to a previous series. So, shut out a previous series, the final game a month ago, something, and then 2 straight shutouts to start, holding them down for 6-7 innings on Saturday before they finally lost a game to them. Just an observation.
Yeah, I mean that's great. I mean, the A's pitching staff has that ability to shut guys down when they want to, man. Their mentality is the thing that gets me with them, man. But also, it's an Angels lineup. Also, let's take us no Trout, no Pujols anymore, no Rendon. And so, I mean, let's take it with a grain of salt. It's a great performance. They still had Shohei in there. Don't get me wrong. They still had Shohei in there. But at the same time, dude, that's only one guy. When you don't have to pitch to that one guy and you got the likes of, I mean, is Cole Calhoun still on that team? I don't know.
Hey, stop it. Should we go 1 week without mentioning Cole Calhoun? I mean,
Max Stassi from here, and I'm coming to you live from Yuba City, dude.
Yeah.
So Max Stassi of Yuba City fame, his parents lived down the street, I found out.
Was he a Yuba City honker?
He was a honker, dude. Yes, he was a honker, man. We got the honkers in there, dude. Well, the funniest name that I came across when I first found out about it up here, man. Yeah. Through family, I went, honkers, dude, really?
And now our niece playing catcher for the Yuba City Honkers, correct?
Ooh, watch out, man. Watch out for that. Watch out for that Drew Delina McDonald, dude, on the Yuba City Honkers coming up. That's a name to watch.
Oh, so, yeah.
Check it out.
It'll be awesome to watch her career blossom as she gets into her sophomore year next year. So, also while we're on the Angels, I miss Mike Trout, and I'm a little concerned. This is a calf injury, from what I understood. They were feared it was an Achilles at first. Thank goodness it wasn't that. But this is what was labeled a grade 2 calf strain, which means there's some sort of tear in the muscle, something related to the ligaments as well. I'm no doctor. But the grade 2 strain typically begins the idea of a long rehabilitation or even a surgery. Now, it's been a little over 75 days since Mike Trout has played baseball.
That sucks.
I'm a little concerned that when he comes back, he might not be 100%.
I don't see why he would come back right now.
I just hate to be robbed of Mike Trout.
I think they're taking that approach. They're like, we're not very good. This is our guy. Maybe and Rendon the same. Listen to the quotes, dude, that when reporters ask questions. And that's why you need media. That's why you need guys like us, and obviously guys that are on the inside talking to the players after the game, dictated, mandated. Okay, because you need to get the actual feel from the club, and listen to their answers. And they're talking about, well, Mike, we thought he was going to be here, but we're going to hold him out a little while longer. It's still okay. Dude. So I agree with you, man. There's something more there than they're leading on, man. So it is concerning, because he's one of the most exciting players to watch in baseball, period.
And I was looking at the back of his trading card, and a trend is a trend, my man. You can't ignore him, but he has not played more than 135 games in a season for 5 years.
Ooh, man, that's not good.
No, it's not.
No.
Whether it's more rest days than usual or just getting dinged up, the guy's closer to 30 than he is 25 now. I think he's knocking on that door.
If we're talking about Mike Trout being close to 30, what does that make me, man? Damn it. I remember when he was like freaking, anyway,
19 years old, coming up from AAA Salt Lake. He did not have the most impactful tour in 2011, but that 2012 rookie campaign is one of those that will rarely be met. And I'm remembering the 49 stolen bases he had that year. Oh, he came out like a rocket that year. He was incredible. While still on the Angels, here's your weekly Shohei stat. He is the first player to reach the threshold of 37 home runs and 15 stolen bases before the calendar turned to August. A special blend of we've said so many things about Shohei, but 37 homers with 2 months to go. Where does this guy's numbers end up? 55-25?
He hits 50. I don't know about 25. Yeah. He's an amazing talent. He's an unreasonable talent. Unbelievable talent, dude. I'd love to talk about Shohei all day, but I'm getting tired of the Angels, so let's move on to more talent.
Yes. Well, I got to get this Starling Marte stat in, man. You asked right off the bat, will Marte be running? Okay. Yesterday, he became the first player on the A's since Coco Crisp to get 3 hits in a game, along with 3 stolen bases. He stole second with his first time on the bases, and third, a la Ricky Henderson. Remember the Ricky Henderson walk? Remember that? Or the Ricky Henderson triple, forgive me.
How can I forget?
How could you forget? And no, I'm not comparing Starling Marte to Ricky Henderson. I wouldn't dare do that. But he is going to be the bolt of lightning that the A's could use at the top. Solid OBP, solid on-base skills. OBP over 400, okay? And Mark Canha right there as well. And with Matt Olson swinging the bat the way he has all season, what a stud. I see good things. Chappie, wake your ass up.
Yeah, wake your ass up, dude, Chapman. Why don't you fulfill some of that ultra talent that your agent Boros tells you that you are, and is dictating that you need a Meg contract, and you can't get that when you're batting 217. So speaking of Scott Boros, dude, that kind of reminds me, dude.
Oh yeah.
Kumar Rocker.
Yep.
Does not get signed by the Mets.
Yep.
The window passes. There's a problem with his elbow, Mets say. And there's an interesting dynamic here. Boros is one hell of a negotiator, tough as nails, always waits to the last minute. Who was the lead negotiator for the Mets? Sandy Alderson. Yeah, you remember that name? He's an old school Marine negotiator. Dude, I think the egos clashed, and Rocker now is the one left holding the bag, dude. What do you think about that? How do you turn down $6 million, $5 million, $4 million, dude? How do you do that?
Well, you're going to have to help me fill in some gaps here. I'm kind of catching up on some details here, but I will say this. For those that aren't familiar, Kumar Rocker was widely regarded, if not exclusively regarded, as the presumptive number one pick from NCAA talent that would have been available moving into the season. Basically what I'm saying, if you had the draft back in March, before we played ball this year, before the Jack Leiters of the world took off and what have you, it seemed like Kumar Rocker was a shoo-in for the number one pick. Now, teams noticed throughout the year he had some volatility with his MPHs, his average velo, if you will.
His breaking ball wasn't that great to me.
He just at times didn't look healthy. So there was some ghosts in his MRI report that scared the Mets to the level that they withdrew, or did they lowball him? How did the ball end up to where he's not signed?
Right. Well, they must have lowballed it to the point that Boros wouldn't sign it. And now he's now this is interesting. Okay, a first round pick does not get signed. Now, Major League Baseball now owns the minor leagues. Okay, and changed a lot of independent teams to minor league baseball. Where does he pitch now?
Yeah.
He can't pitch in the affiliated baseball at all.
As far as his player rights go, people think it would be fair if the Mets are going to balk at it, walk away from the table sort of thing. This kid should be able to sign wherever he'd like as a free agent, if you will. But he is not going to be allowed to do as such. So is he floating in purgatory for a year? Is he burning an entire year of what would it be beginning his minor league career? Yes. Is he a 4-year senior? Can he go back to school?
He can't. They allowed him to go back to school, but now he's saying I'm not going back to school. So I mean, that's the gist I'm getting. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this. I think it's just something to follow, man. Definitely.
Well, this is the first round pick, and he's pick number 10 in the same exact slot that I believe the last first round pick, high profile, that didn't sign. This guy, you can catch him throwing footballs in the desert down in Glendale there. Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray. I believe that's the last first-round pick of this stature that didn't ink for whatever reason. We know what happened with Kyler. Man, I'll never forget it. Oh, I was excited about him as a baseball player. How can you not love him as a football player? I mean, I think he made the right choice. But, man, the A's had what looked like a very, not a generational talent, but a very special athlete that could have risen the ranks in the minor leagues pretty quickly, in my opinion. The A's said, hey, Kyler, you can play 1 year of college football, but you're going to come report to the A's next spring. But go get that out of your system, which was a nice thing to do as a franchise. Oops. That 1 year of football resulted in one of the most dominant Heisman performance seasons we've seen recently. Oklahoma, hello. I guess Oklahoma is now your home of Heisman contending and winning quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and even Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, dude. How about Sam Bradford back in the day? Sam Bradford back in the day. Yeah.
Sam Bradford, the quarterback who made more money than he ever should have over and over.
That's a whole nother show, dude. We can talk about all of that. Ryan Leaf, excuse me. Jamarcus Russell, got something in my throat, dude. Anyways, man.
Must be some meatloaf stuck in there, dude.
Meatloaf, dude. Who's eating meatloaf, dude, when it's 110 outside? Not me.
Joe Meatloaf.
Yeah, okay. Hey, dude, I wanted to ask you, man, and I bet some of the fans out there, for some of the people watching, man, will want to know this, dude. What'd you think of the Warriors draft, dude? Inactivity on the trade market equals Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. Talk to me about what you think they got and where you see this franchise going in direction-wise, man.
Well, you got to love the youth. Moses Moody, 19 years old. Jonathan Kuminga, 18 years old, from the G League, originally from the Republic of Congo. Of course he's strong. Of course he's athletic. This guy has a pretty high ceiling, it would appear. He might not be as plug-and-play. This is the number 7 pick, Kuminga. He might not be as plug-and-play immediately as Moses Moody is, but he has shooting skills. He shot 42% in the G League against other soon-to-be NBA talent. He's got a 6'8" body with a 7'1" wingspan. Hello.
Genetic freak.
He's got all of the athletic attributes you'd be looking to check off. Is there some system knowledge he needs to learn and how to move off the ball and all these things? Yes, they'll develop him, but they're very excited he fell to them. Apparently a lot of people out there have said he could, and you know I get excited, Chooch. I try to reel in the over-optimism, but they're saying he could develop into one of the better, if not best, players from this draft based on his two-way potential.
Yeah, it's blue sky, dude. It's blue sky in front, man. And the Warriors did what they had to do in the position they were. You know, Curry's not going to be around forever. Clay cannot stay healthy. Let's be serious. Green, you don't know how long he's got. So they're trying to bridge the gap, dude, right? They're trying to play both sides of the fence. And it's going to be very interesting to see. You know, free agency starts on Monday for the NBA. That's going to be very telling. I think the Warriors will be loading up on veterans that they can, you know, every way. I put it in Bob Myers' hands, dude. And I think they're going to come out of it looking like a pretty damn good roster. I think the Juan Toscano Andersons and these guys are great stories. I think that they better be watching out for a red slip, dude, out the door, because Warriors are bridging the gap. They want talent, they want height, they want wingspan, and they want some veterans to help those guys develop. And I think that they're playing both sides of the fence, dude, and I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I definitely, and not to be outdone, Moses Moody also listed at 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan. I mean,
Jesus.
If you're going to run those two out there along with Wiggins, I like the length. I like the defensive versatility. Maybe halfway through the season, we're seeing a pretty elite defense when all are on the court together. And it'll be nice to take any pressure off of Clay and Steph on the defensive side.
Let Clay come back in a nice easy role, dude. Don't push it so much, man. You got some guys that can score, and that's why you talked about keeping Wiggins and everything, and they still have the Oubre Jr. thing to sort out, So a lot coming up for the Warriors, man. I'm excited that they got these young guys, because I watch that team, man, as much as anyone else, and just the lack of athleticism was appalling, dude. It was.
Yep.
As a fan and as a person that watches it and kind of analyzes things, I'm like, God, dude, they're not really athletic. I'm
a fan of Kevon Looney's. I think he's a solid player, but as far as big men go, especially big men that find their way into the starting lineup at times, he is not much of a special athlete. He's not explosive. Oh. He's not even much of a force with his own big body. He's just he's solid. He does some of the things you don't see in the box score. He's solid. He's smart. He's good without the ball. He's good at setting screens, but not your rebound putback, not your alley-oop guy, and definitely not a shot blocking enforcer. But that's not to dig on Kevon Looney. It's just to really say, hey, James Wiseman, that's where you come in. That's where you're the explosive big man.
He's an X factor next year, and he's coming off injury as well. So that's why the Warriors went and got these young guys, dude. I'm telling you.
Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman, young, athletic, lengthy. That's your common denominator.
There you go.
So, I just wanted to say this. I don't want to transition fully to Olympic basketball, but this does relate to the Warriors. I was watching the USA take on, I believe, the Czech Republic on Saturday. It was a decisive win. Kevin Durant, 23 points. My point is, did you get to watch any of the game?
Highlights.
Okay. Did you catch who was broadcasting? Did you see who the play-by-play commentator was?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Our very own Bob Fitzgerald.
Yes, I know.
That's a big role. When I hear him, I think Warriors basketball. I think Curry doing something from half court.
That was kind of weird, huh?
And it was just kind of weird to hear him say other players' names with excitement behind it. He's a homer, as most local broadcasters should be. Yeah.
Bob, I give Bob one thing. He can kiss some ass, boy. I tell you right now, that boy can get himself into positions, and that's a skill. That's a skill, dude. So, I'm not a huge fan of Fitzgerald, man, but it was interesting to see him on the broadcast, definitely.
Yes, Kenny Brown knows to the level that you're getting places, but without actually having on your nose, because that's what Bob Fitzgerald is.
That's good. Yeah. If you can't physically see it, but we all know you're doing it, that's a skill. That's a skill.
Yeah. So maybe it is a good time to transition into some Olympic observations, some things we saw over the weekend. Just one of the things about the Olympics, you'll find yourself watching ping pong, and then after it's beach volleyball, and then after it's a joust or a pole vault. You never really know what's going to come on next. And I'm not here to talk medal counts or anything. Just a couple things that I appreciate watching athletics. Surprise. And there are some remarkable feats being accomplished out there. How about this one? Sifan Hassan, female 1,500 meter runner, fell during her heat on the last lap. Got up, didn't even dust herself off, smoked everyone to the finish, won the race.
Yes, dude. After freaking yard sailing, dude.
My goodness.
That is the Olympics, dude. That is the Olympics. That is awesome, dude. I've watched that a couple times now. I caught that this morning. I'm like, oh, yes, dude. Look at this. Look at this woman, dude. She was just out of control, dude. Yes.
Well, no, that was something.
Some of these high jumpers, man. I mean, just their body types, dude. I'm like, whoa, dude, is that Manu Bol, man, running? I'm like, wow, man, I love this. I love the diversity. I love the different body types and everything in the Summer Olympics. You're right, dude. You turn it on, or I watch the highlights anyway, and freaking next thing I know, man, I'm seeing high jumping. I'm seeing, hey, let's talk about what the hell is fencing, okay? Why is that a sport.
You
Why
mean
is that?
You mean foil? It's called
Yeah,
foil, right?
whatever it's called, dude. I'm like, I watch it, dude. I'm like, what? Why is this? Like, why is this here? Okay, that's one of those. That's one of those competitions I look at and I go, what am I watching? What am I really watching here?
Well,
So, but no, that's the beauty about the Olympics, man. There's something for everyone, dude.
oh gosh. How about a sport like ping pong, where you get these insane rallies? Okay, and there's an insane rally that went down over the weekend. All you have to do is get on your Twitters, your Reddits, and just look up ping pong rally. I promise you'll find the clip. These two guys, one guy keeps going for the smash, and then the other guy can only just volley it up and just stay alive. So smash up, and they are dancing around the ping pong table like this. They are nearly sideways. I've never even seen ping pong played at this angle, and just incredible to watch. So when the guy stops trying to smash it on him, he just drops one over the net. To recover, the guy had to sprint, hit it up, but with all of his momentum, he actually went to his opponent's side. He had to run around his opponent's side like a U-turn,
right?
And then he got to it. He still got to it. I guess there's no out of bounds in ping pong. I learned this on the fly.
No, there isn't. No.
There's no red line.
There's no sides. You can go to the other guy's side, dude, if you have to, dude. Yeah.
Man, I had some wild ping pong moments in my basement growing up in Pennsylvania with guys like Brian Dixon, guys like Kurt Herwig. Shout out, fellas. You remember how we used to get down with little ping pong. You remember chugging Red Bulls and other party favors to keep the action going long into the morning. Man, we were on fire with some ping pong, but never Olympic quality ping pong.
Oh man, not that kind of dude. I've had my ping pong days as well, dude. They're freaking legendary, dude, in our own minds, of course, dude. And so, but at the same time, man, I just have to tell you an update on my ping pong status, dude. I am the ping pong champ of Peachy Dungy, Chile, dude, right now. I have to. I want everyone to know that. And if my dear sweet Mariella is listening, yes, I did beat her, which she is damn good. And also her brother Juanito talking all this kind of stuff. And I got him, that 27-year-old. So, hey, ping pong champ of Peachy Dungy, I'm coming back to defend my title.
Oh, thank you for holding it down for the Northern Hemisphere, Chooch. We're happy. You could go down south and claim a Chilean USA championship.
All right.
And okay. I might have to meet you in Chile. We might have to play for that title one day
soon. Come on down, brother. Come on down, dude. Right. Get that passport stamped. Right on.
I want to. I'm going to load this up in the background. I do want to give just a quick medal count. I know typically it's the home country is up high. Japan's got a lot of medals. China's got a lot of medals, and then of course the U.S. Just want to check in on that.
U.S. and China, dude, just like the world right now, are neck and neck, bro. Neck and neck.
Yep. And looking at it, China 62 medals overall. That's it. Just kidding. 29 of them gold. And the United States technically in second. They have more medals with 64, but only 22 gold only.
Yeah.
So some amazing feats. It's fun to watch. And I definitely found myself on the couch. And I learned how much Bruce gets into women's indoor volleyball. These girls were going at it against the ROC. Our own USA girls were going against the the Russian Olympic Committee. It's intense. It was quite intense. Dude, it sounded like NFL Sunday at times. Like, dig it, get after it, spike it, and seeing multiple people take face shots. Just brutal sport at times. I mean, now unfortunately, one of the U.S. leading team their leading players.
I did see that, man. She twisted her ankle, man.
And it was the type of ankle twist that you knew it wasn't good. It's typical of what you see in the NBA, where someone gets under somebody else, right? And it's all it took was just a little And let me just say, no jumping, no volleyball.
No, you need your ankle. And that's what happened to your brother on the beach in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone got under me. End of story. So I know it all too well. And I feel for the U.S. team because that just kind of decimated them after that. And that's sports, baby. People get injured. That's just the way it goes. It's just the way life is, dude. We've all been through it. And
but getting hurt in the Olympics though, it's extra aggravating.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 4 years, right? You got to wait 4 years. That's why usually, again, shout out Sifan Hassan for not giving up. Usually when you see a runner go down, it's over. See you in 4 years. And that might have been your last run. So.
I remember, dude. Oh man, I'm gonna really show my age here, but I remember there was a big. Look her up, Mary Decker. Mary Decker in the 1980 Olympics, I think, or 84. Mary Decker Slaney or something like that. She fell down. She was like a big American favorite. And it was a big deal that someone pushed her, or if I remember correctly, man, it was something like that. And it was a big, like, international deal, man. Like, did she get pushed? Did she fall? And when she fell down, she was done. She wasn't coming back. And this woman fell, got up, and freaking boat raced everyone to the finish, dude. That is incredible, dude.
Have we seen Usain Bolt race this year yet? I don't think I have.
Usain's retired, dude.
He's not racing anymore?
No.
Okay, because I saw some chatter between him and...
That's why you have new people in the gold medal.
Well, Usain Bolt famously has done a lot of things running-wise, but he's got some prospective NFL challengers that want to take him on in a straight 100-meter race. Of course, Tyreek Hill is one of them. He just wants the race. He wants to take him on. But Tyreek Hill, Usain Bolt, two very different builds. I'll take Usain off the top here because that man went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and they had an interactive fan experience where you could run a 40-yard dash. He ran it barefoot, and he ran a 4.22.
Give me the Strider all the time. I'll take the big guy.
Strider. I mean, if there was ever a guy made in a sprinting factory, like that's what that looks like. Dude, Usain Bolt came out of the lab, and we're so thankful for it.
Yep. That's why he's the man, dude. Period.
Man. One of the most dominant Olympians you'll ever see in any sport, Usain Bolt. And big props. You probably didn't see this one coming, Chooch, but it was a part of the largest crowd I've seen in years anywhere doing anything. But the city of Chicago hosted a musical festival. They probably put it off last year, of course, so it came back with big numbers this year. Lollapalooza. Have you ever heard of Lollapalooza?
Dude, I was at the first Lollapalooza.
What? I didn't know that.
Dude, gotcha. Hell wow. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, dude. I was at the very first one by accident.
Yeah. These crowds of 20,000 plus, heck, it looked like Woodstock numbers from what I could tell. But there's just like two porta potties in the middle of this sea of people, and I just feel so awful. I mean,
dude, these events are notorious for not being ready, dude. Notorious. Notorious for everything. You are on your own when you go to these events. Just think about it, dude. And it is, yeah, they were going after it, dude. And, you know, people want to get out, dude. I mean, everyone, man. We're human. We need to interact. We need to get out and associate. Even with everything going on, man, I get it, man. But you're going to pay the price, dude. You're going to pay the price, man.
So there's plenty of artists there. They did, lots of headliners. I know Miley Cyrus was on the day one, and Post Malone was there as well. But the band that's trending the most on the internet lately, and their lead singer, it's been a while since I've seen this guy show up. How about Fred Durst doing it all for the Nookie for Limp Bizkit?
Dude, I saw a picture on Twitter of Fred Durst.
Did you see this, man?
And I went, hell no, you need to not be on stage, dude, looking like that.
I don't know if he's wearing a wig. I don't know if he's going incognito. Dude. He looks like a lot of things.
Dude, I can.
What happened to the red Yankee hat and the Thrasher? And now.
Dude, the shades, the wig look, dude, like fake hair. I don't know what that was, blonde stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's Fred Durst, dude. I'm like, that should not be allowed, dude. That should not be allowed. I want to remember Fred Durst, dude, in his prime, dude. Freaking doing it all for the Nookie, dude. Doing it all for the Nookie, Limp Bizkit style, man. And anyways, dude, that was sad to see, dude. I'm sorry.
As silly as he might look, and there's a lot of people saying he looks like a lot of things. He looks like he's about to give a mission in GTA Vice City. He looks like a used car salesman. He looks like a combination of all three main characters from The Hangover. People are. Fred Durst finally looks like what a person named Fred Durst should look like.
That is my favorite. That's good, dude. I like that.
So, yes. I hadn't seen him in a while. Apparently, to his credit, they did a great show. People loved it. He's just trending for all sorts of reasons, and one of them is what the heck was that look? Yeah. So, yeah, Lollapalooza. Chooch, I didn't know you went.
Tell you, I'll have to tell you off air my Fred Durst story, dude. But
Oh,
it was
geez.
way back in my day, dude. So we'll keep that one for another time. Yeah.
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 So Fred Durst, Lollapalooza, get out there, get after it. Hope
Right
to see
on,
more
man.
Fred Durst content moving forward.
Jesus Christ, dude. All right, man. So, hey, man. Hey, I mean, we've knocked down well, trade deadline, man. We knocked down some Warriors, man. We knocked down freaking Olympics, dude. You know, I see Simone Biles is going to actually compete in an event. I'm interested to see how that works out, if she ends up doing it or not. Maybe she's already done it. I don't know. But long story short, with that whole drama, dude, has turned into quite the drama. So that'll be interesting to see. And, you know, if she comes through, if she doesn't, you know, I mean, she's in a very fragile mental state, dude. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. That'll be definitely newsworthy, man. And then, you know, we got a couple other things, man. You know, I know we're running out of time, man, but, you know, real quick, dude, you know, USA is losing a little bit of luster, dude, in the Olympics, dude, because they're big, you know, horses, shall we call them, are starting to lose. You know, not, you know, USA basketball is not as dominant anymore. Now, finally, one of the greatest runs I've seen in my time, the U.S. women's national team lost to Canada.
Yes.
Soccer, correct. I'm sorry. And now they're playing for a bronze. That's a long run of U.S. dominance, dude. So more power to them. Hey, props to you. But I did see this, dude. Carly Lloyd and Megan Rapinoe, I believe her name is, man, right around there. High 30s, bro. That's time to pass the torch.
It's a lot of miles on the turf. Here's a quick number for you. The average international soccer player runs 7 miles on the pitch when playing a full game. Oh, goodness. Mark Davis, that bonehead, he did it again. Maybe he's an evil genius and he meant to do this. But there was something in the news. The Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. Is it Allegiant Stadium? Is that what it's called? Whatever. That
dome. But they're not allegiance to anybody.
No, not at all. Blood money in the desert. So apparently that stadium will never host a FIFA-sponsored event. Do you want to know why?
Here we go. Did something personal to happen to Tommy Boy?
I don't know if this is an engineering failure, a tremendous miss, or Mark Davis did this because he doesn't want soccer in his stadium. But apparently the plate for the pitch, the room that they would have to have the field, you know, tailored for a soccer game, is 1 yard too narrow to host a FIFA-style soccer match. And that takes out a lot of potential events.
Soccer's the most popular sport on the planet.
So if you're in the business of putting butts in seats and hosting events at your $1 billion venue, how could you ever build it a foot short or a yard short?
Couldn't happen to a better guy. Couldn't happen.
Man, so because on that note, we were gonna maybe do a little NFL talk today, but I'm not feeling it. But I do have this circled on my calendar, Chooch. I haven't told you my my plans just yet. As you know, I didn't follow the clown show that Mark Davis led out to the desert. I gave up my years of allegiance to the Oakland Raiders when they became the Vegas Raiders, especially the day they traded Khalil Mack. I want to check out the stadium just at least one time to see, you know, I always wanted a new stadium in Oakland. It never happened. What's it look like? What's it smell like? What's it, you know, what's the feel? I know this, spoiler alert, they'll never have the home field advantage they had in Oakland. Oakland was not a destination town. That is not the place that opposing fans went for their one away game type of thing. Las Vegas, in my opinion, will be the exact opposite. I think there's going to be caravans of fans coming in from Kansas City and Denver, Philadelphia, New England, Steelers, Packers, all of those fan bases that travel well. Look for them not to just be dozens of fans. I'm predicting thousands, maybe entire sections being taken over, and I want to witness it. Now, do I go in an old, tattered Oakland Raiders jersey and pretend I love them and have pride about them, or do I go to the September 26th game against the Miami Dolphins in my brand new Tua Tagovailoa jersey?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. I would go more with. You gonna spend money on the Raiders, dude?
Well, that's a different hurdle. But I want to see what the fan experience is like,
dude,
and how scary it might be.
I know you, dude. I know you more than everyone on this on this cast. You're going in a Raider jersey, dude. There's no other way that you would. I don't think you're going in a freaking Tua jersey. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
I just want to know, will I be intimidated, bullied? Will they throw popcorn on my head? I don't know. Will there be old, proud Raiders fans from Oakland and Los Angeles that still hold up that credence, that code, whatever you want to call it? I've never been on the other end. I'm intrigued.
Why don't you wear the Tua jersey and get your Raider lid, dude?
I never thought I'd be that guy, but that's an interesting take.
I don't know. You're putting yourself in harm's way. So it depends on what you're going to make a decision. I don't see you. I mean, I like the Dolphins as well. I think it's a cool team to watch. I'm not getting any of their gear. And so, I have my history with the Raiders. It's in the past. It's gone. I enjoyed them. I loved them when they were here. I loved them a little too much. I realized that they were not near as loyal to me as I was to them. And the Raiders never got in any bar fights over me. So that being said, dude.
Well, hey, thank you for the 4 winning seasons in your 24 years in Oakland.
I appreciate all the freaking embarrassment you caused me with the Lane Kiffins, the Al Davis, the Crypt Keeper at the end, Joe Bugles, who was the horrible one that I'm forgetting, dude. There's so many of them.
Well, I'll never forget Art Shell coming back 2.0. And remember, his offensive coordinator was most recently running a bed and breakfast in Idaho.
There you go.
Stuff of nightmares.
Oh, the Tom Cable years. Thank you so much for having Fred Flintstone as as the head coach.
Hey, he's back on the team as the O-line coach.
I mean, dude, yeah. Well, he's Fred Flintstone, and he should be an O-line coach. He should not be a head coach.
I have met so many Tom Cables in real life. It's ridiculous. It's like, what factory did you guys get out of?
Right.
So, yeah, thank you, Bruce. Looking forward to our new Jets-Dolphins rivalry. Not just a producer of the show, but my very own living roommate. We go back way long. It's going to be fun that we get to be division rivals for the first time this upcoming season. So he's got a placard in the garage.
Yep. Up, baby.
He parks that beautiful Jeep Natasha in the garage, and there's a placard that says "Parking for Jets fans only." And so here's
Bruce,
life in
dude,
2021.
Bruce, no. You can't. Okay, well, we're gonna talk. Hey, Bruce, how's Sam Darnold doing, dude? How's that guy going, huh? How you doing with Sam?
He's down in Carolina now.
Oh, I know.
They jettisoned him out of there, and they got the baby-faced Zach Wilson, who I want to see how he does in the NFL. Great arm talent, but he's got that 6-footish stature I just worry about for someone that's not overly athletic. And also in quarterback news, Tua's looking very sharp at Dolphins practice. He has a much better grasp of the offense this year. Trey Lance made a lot of news over the weekend. A lot of Niners fans. I would get excited about some of the hype. He's got all the athletic tools, and apparently he's looking sound out there. I think it's going to be his job sooner than you might expect in San Francisco.
No, I don't doubt that one bit. And I just have one question before we get off about NFL quarterbacks. My always thought is, where's my boy Fitzmagic going to freaking play this year?
Well, he's got a team.
Where?
The team. The only team with team in their team name team.
What? The Washington football team?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
I got a new favorite team. I'm going to watch Fitzmagic, dude.
Nice. And all the Eagles fans just hung up on this call.
All right, man. Hey, dude. Awesome show today, man. Very good stuff, man. We just keep flowing. I love it, dude. And, man, take us away, dude.
Don't forget on Thursday. Tune in like we do every Thursday, every Monday at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. We do look to bring you another MisippBROs edition. It might be packaged slightly different. Chad himself might be doing a little solo session. He might have a guest on air. He might bring Bruce on air. But don't expect me in this seat at Misippo Drive. Don't expect me on Thursday outside of maybe just a cameo call-in. But Chooch, you know what to do.
Don't lose all our viewers, dude. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Just getting some momentum. You want to go to Colorado and check out some epic disc golf courses and do some epic hikes through the mountains? Yeah, I'll do that. So count me out for Thursday unless certain circumstances change, but all the same.
And we will see you watching on Thursday at noon Pacific, man. And hey, good times, man. You have a great time out in Colorado. throw them discs with a C, and get going, baby. And I'll just leave you with this, dude, from my boy McBride, who just sent me this on TikTok. The hell is this TikTok stuff? Anyways, check this out. Here he goes, dude. He's out in the middle of the corn.
Are we at the Field of Dreams or any cornfield?
You got it, dude. He's at the
nice,
Field of Dreams, dude.
That's
All
good
right.
stuff, and that came in pretty nice. Good stuff.
All right, right on.
All right, charge that battery there, big bro.
Oh, damn it. Get out of here. All right, I'm out of here, man. Hey, I'm going to go put on my 100-degree suntan oil, dude, and get a tan out here today, man. You have yourself a good one.
All right, bro. You stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll catch you Thursday.
Check out the MisippBROs on all your social media channels. Like, subscribe. We love you. Later.